Hi, today, hi, I'm Aiden. Today I will have a challenge. I will start my challenge about reading aloud in English in the last 2 hours. So today, our topic is about how to extend your AC into 1,500 words. I think it's a challenging stuff. As you know, further. So I mean, I mean for the, I mean for the normal essay is about the normal essay is about the normal essay is about light course literature essay. If you want to expand into 1,500 words. Suppose one sentence is 20 words. I mean you should write 75 sentences. It's not a stuff. Yeah, as you know, the instructor teach us to distinguish, analyze strategy, and even then, it's still very hard for you to extend the essay into 1,500 words, 75 sentences. So let's dive into the topic. How to extend. Since I'm a computer science student, I will focus on the components and the patterns. I think that's what we as I say, our minds, everything like structure. Because structure, how to say that? Structure help us to memorize. I mean, if you I suppose you need to memorize a sequence. If the sequence is very structured, for example, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah. You just need one second to remember it. Yeah. At your first slides. But suppose you imagine you need to memorize a random number. For example, your friend's telephone number. It's super hard, right? Even today, I can't memorize my parents' telephone numbers, my relatives' telephone numbers. I need to check my contact in my phone. So let's start. So the essay, the material are generated by the AI, and today the topic is about unlocking the expression of patterns behind the light course literature essay. In academic writing, particularly in the literature analysis, the ability to construct a powerful argument with the limited textual evidence is both skill and an art. The light course essay, often cited in first-year college composition and English course, often fixes the framework but reflects the challenge. How to develop deep, words and perceived ideas with only 9 lecture moments. Explaining such essay into 1,500 words critical analysis is not a matter of planning or structuring ideas. It's about recognize and applying the structural resurrect patterns that join meanings and context and insight with each cause. This essay explores 5 key components that have such expression possible: context patterns, analyze structures, and creative commentary, and perform layering and encounter-based comparison. Together, those elements have a right to grow each paragraph organically and comprehensively in a rich extended essay. So the first step are context patterns, building a richer world. Context is the foundation of understanding. In a short essay, thoughts may appear abruptly, with only leading. In an extended version, however, the most effective way to build words count depth is to provide literature context, not for the cause, but for the character, screening, and theme it engaged. There are multiple layers of context that can be added. Narrative context: what happened or after the cause in that story. Character context: what's the character's emotion state or the history at this moment. Structural context: where does the skin fall with the arc of the lover. I need to mark for example, comment, oops, that's the biggest. For example, if a cause from Tommy version privately captures Mary's feeling of abusive household, a short essay may be only used a cause to show fear. A deeper version of the first describe Mary's darkest environment, his guilt about her children's death, and how the acts of driving spurring emotion digression. The context not only prepare the readers I just got an idea. I need to transfer the essay into the spoken one, and with some parents. Let's start. Let's continue. Yeah, the context is not a prepare reader to understand the cause, but also generate authority. Relative with context builds words count and interprets clarity. Pattern-wise, there's following a simple build-up formula: brief plot summary, character emotion map, thematic prelude. Use strategy. The method can transform each paragraph introduced into 80 to 100 words of lexicory, comparing the background. Analyze pattern, reading below the surface. The heart of literature essay is analyzed. Explaining Michael's essay. This is the most filtered way for the environment. A single sentence of analyze in a short version can become photographed when the writer amazing the cause through the multiple interpreted lessons. Here are several analyzed dimensions to build on. Literal, what's the cause states or describe. And symbolic, what deep meaning does image action have? Psychological, what does the real about the character mindset? Thematic, how does it support author's message or critique? Text-to-screen silence in practice. A reading maybe states say something. Speaks her silence represents emotion exposure, and the detective from the drum. Fixed it flags the nobles and reviews the several often expression. surprise movements might be suggest the streams is often invisible and in audience, particularly in women. Between each cause of the multiple factor dream, a writer can generate several nights related sentences that each unfold a layer of the same point. The underlying avoiding the repeating but focused on depends, not on length. The result is paragraphs feel comprehensive and enlisting, and rating patterns, judging ritual effectiveness, whereas analyze focus on meaning. A rich makes them method and impact. This often overlooks the components of the essay expression, invite the writer act as critical, assessing whether the author's choice seeks in conveying emotion, aspirational and symmetric power. Aeration explains that in three ways. Technical judgment. Is the use of image, silence, and structure effective? Read impact. How might different readers react emotion or intellectually at the creative angle that merging challenge, reference, and celebrates social rumor? Is the case of poverty and a paradise. Mary's French structure may be confused the first time readers. A relative expression might explore whether the difficulty enhances the header empathy for the characters. Instead of merely studying the narration is non-linear. The extent essay may be argued as level difficulty, memory and mimics and cognitive transformation of the genre, adaptive and powerful essay choice. Thus, a visual allows the essay to progress from explaining the merit does to how and why she does effectively. The metacognitive move elevates the essay from descriptive and analysis interpretive, meeting high-level academic standards. Proof of emphasis patterns, strengthening the arguments beyond simply stating the cause shows X. They expand the essay with the proof and implication, developing and reinforcing claim with reasoning, comparative examples, and theoretic frameworks. Where this doesn't mean introducing new sources, it does mean recycling the same cause in different lights and adding logical support. Has strategies for the proof amplification. So zoom in, examine a physical words or phrase, and read this through logic. Rephrase the claim in detective form. Conduct to broad exam and refers to similar schemes and modifies a meaning in count argument, briefly rests and rejects an opposite iteration. For instance, suppose a car depicts the grass have a region flying. Instead of stopping at this subordinate example, a deep paragraph might explain the grass region contracts with Mary's face flight and illustrates the transformation as just read from urgence. The paragraph may be actively read objection. Some might argue this merely harmonization, not every government, law empowerment. The writer could even rebut, but remains large, ambitious, transient, and stressed otherwise. The right strategies extend across interruption lifespan. A single clause can generate just a claim, but simple theoretical discussions. The part 5, encounter patterns, comparing and reference ideas. A high-level strategy for expression is bring characters and terms into encounter with each other. These encounter patterns exhibit coverage, contrast, and variation across essay 9 course, showing the interconnection of the ideas. There are 3 primary types of encounters: character context, character encounter. How do the Mary, Saint and Grace reflect apart each other films? The same encounter, how does the silence and the fighting regime share the language of escape? Narrative encounter, how do different chapters use different techniques to reach the same truth? The scene series moments usually appears at the end of a group and paragraph before major transposition. They serve to pull ideas together, helping the reader to suggest individual trees by the shape of the forest. Example might look like this, where scenes retrace in the silence of Grace ascends through space region. Both women represent the path of coping the trauma, avoiding confrontation. Ray responds through outright different but just Mary's value into transformation over extended resolution. This kind of observation requires more thought, but once constructed as insight, thought, and later words expression. Structural strategy was count by design. Explaining a 9-course essay to 1,500 words is not as task more verbally, it's about structure. It breaks down how words count typically unfold use the 5 patterns discussed. So for the section introduction, use the context, setup, and frame series. The words count maybe 150 to 200. And you may have a 9-body paragraph. Each use context and analyze, and it may be extended to 1,200 words. And you may be encounter sentences 2 or 3 context paragraph. It's about 150 to 200 words, and you may have the conclusion, addition, fraction, and implication. It takes maybe 150 words. So you add them together. It will be extended to 1,500. By applying each of the 5 patterns, context, analysis, aggregation, and proof, and encounter to each course and the major section, the writer builds a complete and comparing essay that is both longer and deeper. So conclusion, write as a construction, no invitation. It extends 9-course essay to 1,500 words. The challenges context explanation, layer analysis, and critical evaluation, reinforcing proof, and some encounter. Each course becomes set in tactical education rather than simple stacking ideas. The writer wisdom to texture, clarity, and creating a say, let's say, comprehensive and persuasive and academic mature. Ultimately, the impression is about invitation weak ideas, but about drawing out the richness already present in the literature itself. Each Mary's lines opens the world. The task of the student writer is to enter the words and describe they find with the positions and empathy and integral encounter. In doing so, the 9-course essay become not just longer but better. Let's roll. So see you next time. This video, I maybe spread out 2 hours into 12 videos. That maybe into 6 videos. That maybe makes sense. So see you next time. Bye.